They didn't have any other flights. They say everything was sold out. They couldn't rebook us. They say no vouchers, no food, no hotels. You guys got to stay here, sleep here. So this is crazy. I've never been through this in my life.
It's just been rough travelling with a 10-year-old, coming back and forward, and there's not really much communication from Delta as what's going on in the airport.
It's kind of unreal. It's kind of, you can tell people are getting on flights now because it's thinning out. But when we first came in this morning, you couldn't even maneuver.
Traveling through Atlanta has been a very tall task this week. We've had a few meteorologists here at Fox Weather alone that have been battling through the lines at Atlanta, had flights canceled. It was a severe thunderstorm that swept through the area over the weekend, parked a hail core over the airport, and even damaged some airplanes with the hail that was there. And tonight, the nation's busiest airport could face even more storms ahead of the holiday weekend. It takes careful coordination, planning to keep an airport like this one running despite these delays. Joining us now is Jordan Biegler, Assistant General Manager at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Jordan, thanks so much for joining us. I'm sure you are so busy right now. What can you tell us about how the Atlanta airport's been faring? We've been speaking to some reporters over the last couple of days, and they say, hey, the lines at TSA are actually in the single digits, which is in stark contrast to what you guys had over the weekend with Mother Nature's delays.
Yeah, that's right. We certainly had our fair share of challenges starting Friday night with weather coming through the Atlanta area, and then those delays, those cancellations continued on through the weekend. But at this point in time, the airlines have largely recovered from that. But it was definitely a challenge, definitely a lot thrown at us in a short amount of time. But it took the entire team kind of pulling together to get the airport back in normal operation. During that period of time, our TSA checkpoint wait times were actually quite good today as well. So we're looking good coming into the holidays, the holiday weekend, Thursday, Friday, of course, with July 4th.
Well, even tonight, you guys are expecting to see some storms. In the afternoon, it's been okay, but we're watching that sort of change a little bit. Have you guys been preparing for potentially those delays and cancellations already? And how could potentially what happens today maybe impact folks, say, tomorrow and the following days?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the summer weather pattern. It's quite common for thunderstorms to push through. What happened last Friday was much more extreme than we normally get. But yes, we have an entire team that's focused, that's monitoring the weather, and then we coordinate very closely with the airlines on delay programs or ground stops as those occur. But definitely looking ahead, we're always looking to be prepared for whatever comes at us, both expected with weather and just other situations that happen at the airport.
Well, holidays obviously are the busiest time of the year for airports. Now, typically it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, but July 4th is also a really busy holiday season, and we're expected to be even busier than ever. Do you see maybe a difference in the crowds that flock to the airports, or maybe you get more delays and cancellations in the summer months because of these isolated storms, or is typically the winter really the hardest part of your job?
It's probably the summer with these thunderstorms, like you mentioned. They can be a bit unpredictable, although scattered thunderstorms will be in the forecast almost every day. It really kind of depends on how long the storm sits over, or how strong it builds over the airport. That'll have those effects. So yeah, that's what I would say as far as that goes.
When it comes to travelers, do you have any advice? It's so hard because you really can't do much at the end of the day if there's a severe storm that inhibits people from jumping on their flight. But I was saying earlier to someone that worked at the Philadelphia airport that travel, especially airline travel, can bring out the worst in people. The angriest I've seen my mom was at an airport. Is there anything that you can say to maybe ease some of those nerves, or to help them navigate some of the challenges that they could face over this holiday season?
Absolutely. We like to just say pack your patience and have a plan before you come to the airport. So we always advise, if you have a domestic flight, to leave 2.5 hours before your flight, 30 minutes more if you need some special assistance for whatever reason. And then if it's an international flight, about 3 hours. So that's what we would say as far as preparation goes. So if you're flying through Atlanta, you can look at our website. You can monitor the security checkpoint wait times. You can reserve parking. Same goes for a lot of airports. So I would just plan ahead. Make sure you just take a couple minutes to plan before you get to the airport, and check with your airline more than anything. See what your flight status is before you set out to come to the airport.
Yeah, all good sage advice. There's been a TikTok trend going around saying that you get there 20 minutes before your flight and you can make it through TSA and everything and still get to your flight on time. Don't do that, okay? It's holiday season. Give yourself 2 hours. But thank you so much, Jordan. We appreciate you taking time out to chat with us here at Fox Weather.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.